us are grieving for our lost family members and friends who are victims of the ongoing Israeli operation in Gaza. Our loved ones are still in great danger under the indiscriminate bombardment and the dire humanitarian situation, with no access to water, electricity or food, and communication channels also restricted and cut. According to the United Nations Relief and Works Agency, UNRWA, the World Health Organization, WHO, United Nations Office for the Coordination of Humanitarian Affairs, OCHA, and other humanitarian agencies working in Gaza, the Israeli army has dropped thousands of bombs on Gaza. Gaza is one of the most densely populated places on the planet. It's home to 2.1 million Palestinians, approximately half of whom are children. The majority of those in Gaza were already refugees from villages and towns now situated within Israel. From the 7th of October to the 10th of November, 11,078 Palestinians were killed in Gaza, including 4,506 children, and more than 27,490 injured, thousands critically. According to the figures reported by OCHA, women and children make up 68% of those killed. Some 1.5 million people in Gaza have been displaced, with nearly 760,000 sheltering in at least 149 UNRWA facilities. The worsening sanitary conditions, along with the lack of privacy and space, generate health and safety hazards. These sites are so overcrowded that many people are sleeping on the streets. Clean drinking water is scarce, and the risk of fatal dehydration and the outbreak of waterborne diseases, including cholera, are acute, with a restricted amount of aid permitted to Gaza. According to Oxfam, the Red Cross, and Amnesty International, humanitarian law is not being upheld by Israel, as clearly violating the principles of distinction, the principle of precaution, and the principle of proportionality. These violations put our loved ones in Gaza under severe danger, and it has resulted in us losing family members. Israel has indiscriminately destroyed Gazan residential buildings, universities, hospitals, and civilian infrastructure. This cannot be justified, and it constitutes collective punishment. We have no evidence that these structures are used as militant bases, especially when Israel Defense Forces warn residents to evacuate beforehand. We have been actively engaging in all possible democratic tools to ask the UK government to call for an immediate ceasefire, which has been repeatedly refused. Instead, the government has called for humanitarian pauses, which are inadequate in protecting our family and loved ones in Gaza. We believe the UK government's position is putting our loved ones in danger and is contributing to an unprecedented humanitarian crisis. It also ignores our voices as British citizens with friends and family under attack in Gaza. We call upon the UK government to urgently exert its influence to secure a ceasefire in Gaza and to ensure the urgent and adequate provision of food, fuel, medicine, and other humanitarian assistance to Gaza. We also call for the unconditional restoration of water and electricity, the protection of medical facilities, the facilitation of safe passage of the critically ill and those requiring treatment abroad, including in the UK, and allowing our families in Gaza to immediately apply for the UK resettlement scheme. As British Palestinians with families in Gaza, we request an urgent meeting with you to express our concerns, similar to the meetings you have had with other British communities who have families in the region, who have experienced the distress similar to ours as a result of the conflict between the Israeli government and Hamas. Thank you.